All right, perfect. So as I just mentioned earlier, you probably will need a block and definitely a towel that you can roll for later. So coming down onto the mat, sitting down, and as usual, just adding a little bit of movement just to release the joints, warm them up a bit. It's early morning here, circling the ankles, tapping the back of the knees, just warming up, waking up the legs, and crossing the legs, coming to seated position, maybe gently rocking from side to side here, really finding that contact of the sitting bone with the floor. And coming to the center, bringing the awareness now and the movement to the shoulders, the arms, waking up the shoulders, maybe shrugging the shoulders towards the ears, gently rolling the neck. And then when you're done, bringing the hands on top of the knees, palms facing up or down, whichever you prefer, and checking with the position, making sure the back is nice and straight, shoulders rolled away, chin slightly to the chest. And then closing the eyes. Just taking the next few moments to allow yourself to arrive in the practice. Taking one big inhale through the nose and releasing a big sigh through the mouth. Releasing anything that doesn't serve you right now and sending a message to the mind, to the body, that it's now time to settle down. Allowing the thoughts to settle down and slow down. And creating space and stillness in the body. Slowly shifting the awareness from the outside to the inside, listening in to the body, noticing any signals being sent by the body to the brain. And scanning the body, starting with the feet and the toes, becoming aware of each individual toe, maybe gently wriggling the toe here, the toes here. Noticing the contact of the toes with each other. Noticing sensation in the feet, the side of the foot in contact with the floor, the ankles. Noticing any sensation in the calves, the shins, the knees. And becoming aware of the hands resting on the knees, the sensation of heaviness and pressure of the hands against the knees. Carrying on the journey up the leg, observing sensation around the thighs, the hips, the sitting bone. Observing the sensation of contact of the sitting bone with the floor, the heaviness of the body rooting through the floor. Traveling to the back and the base of the spine, noticing any sensations there, and following the spine as if going up a ladder, becoming aware of each part of the spine, any sensations there, the lower back, the middle of the back, and the upper back, the shoulder blades, becoming aware of the back of the rib cage and the movement created by the breath, with the back of the rib cage gently lifting up with the inhale and gently coming back down with the exhale. And traveling through the front, starting at the navel and the area around the navel, becoming aware of any sensations there. Again, noticing the movement created by the breath, with the tummy lifting up with the inhale. And the tummy gently coming back down with the exhale. Noticing any sensation around the chest, the shoulders, the neck, Becoming aware of the space around the neck, the space between the head and the shoulders. And as the awareness comes here, observing as if perhaps the head has started to lift a little bit higher, lengthening the neck, straightening the back. Shifting the awareness to the head and the face, maybe gently relaxing the muscles around the face, relaxing the muscles around the eyebrows, the forehead, the eyeballs, relaxing the muscles around the mouth and the chin. And noticing the skin and the sensation of the skin as if expanding, taking in more space. And finally, taking in the whole of the body, visualizing the body sitting down on the mat, rooting through the ground, feeling heavy and grounded. And perhaps at the same time, almost feeling lighter, as if starting to hover just above the ground, floating in space. And starting to engage the Ujjayi breath, creating the sound with the breath. And noticing how the cycle of the breath has started to lengthen and deepen with each breath. And just before we start the practice, formulating an intent for today's class. And perhaps as we are around Diwali, focusing our mind on our inner light, our inner fire that's always there, and coming back to that light whenever you feel lost, whenever the world around you seems a little bit crazy, just coming back to this light. Now gently opening the eyes, keeping a soft gaze as we bring movement to the breath. Inhale, lifting the arms to the ceiling, clasping the hands, pushing the palms up, creating a long stretch as if waking up. Exhale, releasing the arms down. Inhale, lifting the arms to the ceiling, looking up. Exhale, folding forward, hands on the floor. Inhale, lifting the arms, lifting the chest, looking up. Exhale, folding forward, hands on the floor. Inhale, lifting the chest, arms towards the ceiling, looking up. Exhale, folding forward, hands on the floor. Spending the next few breaths here. Taking a moment to notice any sensations happening in the back, in the hips. And maybe adding a little bit of movement. So coming onto the fingertips here, gently rocking the chest from side to side. Imagine you're bringing the armpit towards the knee, one side at a time. Nice long breath. Starting to become aware of those stretches happening in the back. On the next inhale, lifting the chest, right arm goes up, starting to look towards the ceiling. Exhale, tipping to the left. Inhale, back to the center, switching arm, left arm up. Exhale, tipping to the right, looking to the ceiling. Inhale, back to the center, right arm goes up. Exhale, tipping to the left. Inhale, back up, left arm up. Exhale, tipping to the side. Inhale, coming back to the center, lifting both arms up. Exhale, twisting to the right, right arm behind the back, left hand on your knee, twisting through the tummy. Inhale, back to the center, lifting both arms. Exhale, twisting to the left, left arm behind the back, right hand on your knee, twisting through the tummy. Inhale, coming back to the center. Lifting the arms towards the ceiling, palms facing forward. Exhale, bringing the elbows down and bending the elbows And as you do so, really pushing the elbows towards the back. Inhale, lift and stretch. Exhale, bend. Inhale, lift and stretch. Exhale, bend, squeezing the shoulder blades together. Inhale, lift. Exhale, bend. Inhale, lift. Exhale, bend. And on the next inhale, release the arms, adding a bit of movement. Now bringing the right arm wrapped behind your back and lifting the left arm, wrapping the left arm around the head, fingertips on the side of the right temple here. As you next inhale, slowly pulling the head towards the left, creating a stretch in the right side of the neck. Nice long breath. And on the next exhale, slowly release, switching side, left arm behind the back, wrapping the right arm around the head, fingertips on the temple. Inhale, gently pulling the head towards the right. Nice long breath. And on the next exhale, slowly release. Add a little bit of movement here, stretching the arms in front of you. Palms are together. Inhale, opening the arms, pushing the arms towards the back, squeezing the shoulder blades together. Exhale, close. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. Inhale, open. And exhale, close. Gently starting to release the legs here, adding a bit of movement to unlock the knees and the ankles. And then when you're done, crossing the legs once again, rocking forward, coming onto all four. If you need to create a little bit of padding for the knees, feel free to grab the towel. And then coming onto all four, ready for a few rounds of cat and cow. Really important move and a really good move for the spine. When you're ready, inhale, dropping the tummy, arching the back, looking ahead. As you exhale, starting by tucking the pelvis in, rounding up the back all the way to the shoulders, pushing the mat away, and then the chin comes to the chest. Inhale, dropping the tummy, looking ahead. Exhale, rounding up the back. Inhale, dropping the tummy. Exhale, rounding up the back, adding a bit of rocking motion here, keeping the back rounded. Inhale, dropping the tummy, looking ahead. Exhale, rounding up the back. Inhale, dropping the tummy. Exhale, rounding up the back. Inhale, dropping the tummy. Exhale, rounding at the back. And this time bringing the hips all the way to the heels, keeping the hands where they are, maybe widening the space between the knees here, coming into child's pose. Balasana. Nice long breath here. On the next inhale, starting to lift the chest, but keeping that space, so bringing the hands a bit more towards you, and then bringing the left arm underneath the right shoulder, threading the needle here, and then releasing the head, side of the head on the floor, looking underneath the right armpits towards the right. Left arm pointing to the right. Nice long breath here. Inhale, coming back to the center. This time bringing the right arm underneath the left shoulder, side of the head on the floor, stretching the left arm, looking underneath the left armpit. Nice long breath. And on the next inhale, back to the center. Coming back onto all four, stepping the hands a bit more further out in front of you. One big inhale. Exhale, slowly bringing the chest and the armpits towards the ground. So maybe you're hovering here. Maybe you can bring the chest all the way to touch the floor. And the chin can find the floor. See what works for you. Extended puppy. Nice long breath here. On the next inhale, lifting back onto all four. And then slowly coming to rest onto the heels, but not going all the way down. Now bringing the top of the head on the floor. So the top of the head is on the floor. My hands are supporting me here. And then extending the arms on the other side of the legs. When you're ready, inhale, lifting the hips a little bit so you're rolling on top of the head. Rabbit's pose. So the top of the head is on the floor. You're looking towards the knees. Arms are extended on the side of the legs. Back of the hands, pushing on the floor. Nice long breath here. And on the next exhale, slowly coming back to seated position. Removing the padding, adding whatever motion you need. Back onto all four. Ready for our friend, downward facing dog. Tucking the toes under. Inhale, lifting the hips to the ceiling, coming into downward facing dog. And feel free to walk the dog here. Bend one knee at a time. As you bend one knee, pushing the heel on the other side towards the ground. Nice long breath. And then finding the center here, checking the hands, fingers are spread out, checking the feet, big toes pointing towards each other. Knees maybe a little bit bent, just to keep the back nice and straight. Adding some cat and cow from here. So remember that movement we did on all four. Inhale, dropping the tummy, arching the back. Exhale, tucking the pelvis in, rounding up the back. Inhale, dropping the tummy. Exhale, tucking the pelvis in, rounding up the back. Inhale, dropping the tummy. Exhale, tucking the pelvis in, rounding up the back. Carrying this movement for a few breaths. On the next exhale, bend the knees, look up. Inhale, stepping the feet towards the middle of the mat, keeping the knees bent until you can rest the tummy on top of the thighs. So there is space between the feet. Holding on, grabbing onto opposite elbows here. So tummy resting on the thighs, knees are bent. And then from here, adding a little bit of swinging motion, ragdoll. But if you can, keeping that contact of the tummy with the thighs. So as you go towards the left, keeping the left side of the tummy on the left thigh, rolling towards the right, keeping the right side of the tummy on the right thigh. You may need to bend the knees a little bit more, see what works for you. Nice long breath. On the next exhale, coming to rest in the center, releasing the arms down, hands touching the floor. As you next inhale, starting to lift the chest. Keep the knees bent, only going halfway up, and keeping the back rounded. So making sure there's no tension in the neck, just releasing the neck here. Back is rounded, arms are hanging. Maybe adding a bit of circling motion of the arms here. See what that does, what sensations this creates in the back, in the shoulder blades. Just hanging here, midway up, back rounded, knees are bent. And on the next inhale, carrying on the journey upwards. Slowly coming to standing position, stacking up the spine, going really slowly. Try not to create a rush to the head. And when you're up, adding a little bit of movement here with the arms. Nice long breath. Now with the feet a little bit apart, feet pointing forward, hips pointing forward. Knees are nice and soft, so not locking the knees. Bringing the hands behind the hips, shoulders rolled away. When you're ready, in, as you inhale, pushing the hips forward, keeping the shoulders pointing towards the back. Lifting the chest towards the ceiling, keeping the support of the hands behind the hips. Spending the next few breaths here. On the next inhale, slowly coming back up to standing position. Nice long breath, still with some space between the feet here. Bending the knees, just coming to find that position that we will travel to. So knees are bent, tucking the pelvis in, rounding up the shoulders, extending the arms until you can touch the knees with the fingertips. So that's the position we will return to. Nice long breath here. As you inhale, starting to lift the chest, straightening the leg, rolling the shoulders out. Hands can come behind the hips, and then gently pushing the hips forward, shoulders to the back. So we'll travel between those two positions. Exhale, back to the center, bend the knees, rounding at the back, tucking the pelvis in, touching the knees here. Inhale, lift, back bending, supported with the hands behind the hips. Exhale, back to the front, rolling the shoulders to the front, rounding up the back. Inhale, stretch the legs, lift the chest, hands behind the back. Exhale, back to the front, bend the knees. Inhale, lift, stretch, hands behind the back, bringing the hips forward, shoulders to the back. Exhale, back to the front, bend the knees, rounding up the back. Inhale, lift, hands behind the hips, pushing the hips forward, shoulders to the back. Exhale, back to the front, bend the knees, tucking the pelvis in, touching the knees. On the next inhale, back to the center. Nice long breath here. Adding whatever movement you need. Coming back to that same position, feet a little bit apart, hip width apart. Nice long breath here, bending the knees until you can rest the tummy on top of the thighs. So you may wish to bring some blocks in front of you, depending on how comfortable you are, how much space you have between you and the floor. So resting the tummy, imagine you're like a skier going skiing and you've got your tummy resting on top of the thighs. Maybe you can touch your feet with the hands. That's where the blocks can come in. If the feet feels a bit too far, bringing the hands on the block. Nice long breath here. So with the hands either on either feet or on the blocks, once again adding a little bit of swinging motion. So as you go to the right, both hands come towards the right foot or right block. As you travel to the left, both hands coming to the left. Nice long breath here. Don't worry about keeping the back straight or rounded. Just align the back to do what it wants to do. And the next time you're on the right side, left hand resting on your right foot or on the block. Inhale, twisting, opening to the right, lifting the right arm up. Exhale, back down, switching to the left. Right hand on the left foot or on the block. Inhale, opening to the left, left arm lifted. Back to the center, switching side. Inhale, right arm to the right. Exhale, back down, switching side. Inhale, opening to the left. Exhale, back down. Two more of those, going to the right. Inhale, opening to the right. Exhale, back down. Last switch, going to the left. Inhale, opening to the left. Exhale, back to the center. Inhale, slowly lifting the chest. Coming back to standing position. Nice long breath here. Having worked the legs and having done quite a bit of stretching and twisting in the spine and in the back. Nice long breath. Moving the blocks, stepping to the front of the mat here. Feet together. Inhale, lifting the arms to the ceiling, looking up. Exhale, folding forward, hinging at the hips, coming all the way down. Bend the knees if you need to keep the back nice and straight. Inhale, halfway lift, back parallel to the mat. Exhale, hands on the floor, stepping the feet to the back of the mat, coming into high plank. Spending 1 or 2 breaths here in high plank, squeezing the legs together, lifting the tummy in, pushing the mat away. So back is a little bit rounded, creating a hollow back here. On the next exhale, you can bring the knees down first if you want, and then lowering yourself down as slowly as you can towards the mat. Inhale, lifting the chest, high cobra. Exhale, coming onto all four, big toes together, widening the knees, and slowly releasing the chest, coming into child's pose. You can bring a block with you if you want. Nice long breath. On the next inhale, coming back onto all four, we're going to lower down on the tummy. So gently coming down on the tummy, making sure you've got blocks nearby that you can reach easily. Now resting on the tummy, hands underneath the shoulders. Legs can be a little bit apart, they don't need to be stuck together. And when you're ready, inhale, lifting the chest, pushing through the arms, coming into high cobra. The arms can be a little bit bent still. Exhale, coming down. You may wish to bring your hands a little bit lower, so instead of being completely underneath the shoulders, they're a little bit more aligned with your breast here. Inhale, lifting the chest, looking ahead. Exhale, down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, down. If you want to add a little bit more challenge, instead of having the palm of the hands on the floor, bringing the hands so that you're on the fingertips here. So using the pressure of the fingertips on the next move. Inhale, lifting the chest, high cobra, pushing on the fingertips. Exhale, down. Inhale, lift. And exhale, back down. Release the arms, bringing the hands at the front here, resting the forehead on the hands for a moment. Nice long breath. Now lifting the chest, bringing the hands and the forearms, so forearms in front of you, elbows directly underneath the shoulders, coming into Sphinx pose. Feel free to move a little bit, maybe swings the hips from side to side, really finding that contact of the tummy with the ground. Nice long breath here. Noticing the sensations happening in the lower back, in the middle of the back, in the shoulders as well. Nice long breath. Now anchoring down on the forearms, finding stability in the tummy as well, pushing the tummy towards the floor. On the next inhale, lifting the right arm up, extending the right arm. Exhale, down. Inhale, lifting the left arm. Exhale, down. Inhale, right arm. Exhale, down. Inhale, left arm. Exhale, back down. Now switching limbs, we're going to lift the legs. Inhale, right leg up. Exhale, down. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, down. Inhale, right. Exhale, down. Inhale, left. Exhale back down, slowly releasing the forehead and the chest towards the ground, extending the arms on the other side of the body, palms facing up. Keeping the forehead rooted to the ground. On the next inhale, lifting the arms and the palms towards the ceiling, so only the arms are lifting. Exhale down. Inhale, lift. Exhale down. Inhale, lift. Exhale down. Now lifting the arms and the chest at the same time. Inhale, lift. Exhale down. Inhale, lift. Exhale down. Inhale, lift. Exhale back down, bringing the arms at the front, resting the forehead on the hands for a moment. Nice long breath. That's when the blocks come in handy. So holding on to a block, all we're going to do is take the block in one hand, cross over to the back, and then pass the block to the other hand. All right, so when you're ready, inhale, lift, crossing to the back, exhale, coming back down. Inhale, lift, crossing the arms, passing the blocks to the back, and exhale down. Inhale, lift, passing the block, exhale down. Inhale, lift, passing the block to the back, exhale back down. Nice long breath here. Coming back onto Sphinx pose for a moment, just to allow some breathing to happen. And once again, making sure you've got space on either side of your mat. Getting ourselves ready for scorpion twist. So if I show you first, extending the arms on the other side, with the chin resting on the floor, maybe the forehead. As you inhale, lifting the right leg up, pushing the right foot, right leg is bent, pushing the right foot all the way towards the left hand. And as you exhale, coming back down, use the arms for support. And as you inhale, lifting the left leg, pushing the left leg all the way towards the right hand. And exhale back down, using the arms and the hands to find stability. When you're ready to join me, from here, inhale, right leg lifted, crossing over, going towards the left hand. Exhale back down. Inhale, left leg, pushing the left foot all the way towards the right hand. Exhale back down. Inhale, right leg up, crossing over. Exhale back down. Inhale, left leg crossing over. Exhale back down. Let's do two more. Inhale, right leg crossing over towards the left hand. Exhale back down. Inhale, left leg, pushing the left foot towards the right hand. And exhale back down. Hands underneath the shoulders. Inhale, pushing the chest up, coming onto all four. And coming to rest onto the heels. Nice long breath here. Just taking a moment. Now bringing the hands behind the ears, elbows lifted. Inhale. Once again, same movement of cat and cow. As you inhale, arching the back, lifting the chest towards the ceiling, elbows to the back. As you exhale, closing down, elbows together, fingertips on the head, pelvis tucked in, rounding up the back. You can go all the way down so the arms can touch the ground. Inhale, up, lifting the chest, looking up. Exhale, close, rounding up the back. Inhale, lift. Exhale, close. Inhale, lift, arching the back. Exhale, close, rounding at the back. Inhale, opening up, lift. And exhale, close. On the next inhale, coming back to the center, coming onto all four, crossing the lower part of the legs, rolling back, coming to seated position, releasing the legs. So that's when our towel can come in handy. So making sure you've got a towel handy and rolling the towel. So you creating almost like a little rolling thing here. And then making sure you've got that nearby. And then gently releasing yourself onto the back. Lying on the back, nice long breath here, bending the legs, bringing the feet as close to the bum as you can, so that when you extend the arms, you should be able to touch the back of the ankles with the fingertips. So the feet are rooting through the floor. Knees are parallel to each other, so not allowing the knees to flare up open. When you're here, when you're ready, on the next inhale, lifting the hips towards the ceiling, bringing the hands underneath the hips, supporting your bridge. So please don't turn your head. If you need to look at the video, just gently come out of the pose. Don't turn your head when you're down there. So when you're into bridge pose, making sure your chin is stuck to the chest, not moving. Nice long breath here. And as you're here, squeezing the shoulder blades together. Nice long breath. When you're ready to come out, coming onto the tiptoes here, lifting the heels and slowly rolling the back onto the mat, starting with the upper back, the middle of the back, and the lower back. And then coming to rest here, maybe lifting the knees, holding onto the knees, adding a bit of rolling motion here. Nice long breath. Now bringing the hands underneath the knees. Inhale, rolling up, coming to seated position, ready to place our rolled up towel. So you can do a little bit of trial and error here. So putting the towel somewhere where your back is going to lie, and then also making sure you've got a block at the where your head is going to rest. You might need the block. So gently rolling yourself down so you're coming to rest onto that towel. And the towel can be pretty much anywhere you want on your back. So it can be where your shoulder blades meet. It can be a little bit lower down in the middle of the back. See what works for you. You should feel, so obviously if it's painful, come out of the pose, but it's a bit of a strange sensation if you've not done this before. So allowing yourself to explore the sensation. So I'm trying, first of all, without that block underneath my head. So the back of the head is resting on the floor. This allows the shoulders to come onto the floor. It's allowing the back to open up. My legs are bent, feet are on the floor, and that's helping a little bit of support. If you need to readjust, you can always use the feet to lift the hips and then move the towel. So feel free to explore where you want the towel to be for the next few breaths. If you're finding that the head coming towards the floor is a bit too intense, you can bring the block and rest the back of your head here. It will still allow your shoulders to roll towards the floor, but it will give a little bit of support to the neck. Arms are extended to the side, palms facing up. Spending the next few breaths here, not doing anything, just allowing that rolled up towel to open up the spine and the thoracic area. Nice long breath here. It's a really good antidote if you're sitting at your desk all day or you're looking at your phone, hunched back. This is a really good move and stretch that you can do. Pretty much you can do that every day. I try and do this every day for up to 5 or 10 minutes. So if this is the first time you're doing it, you might find that 1 minute is way enough. Maybe it's enough, maybe it's too intense. So you can build this up. Nice long breath. So if your towel is in between the shoulders, you may wish to roll a little bit so that the towel is now a little bit more in the middle of the back. See what that does. Maybe that's too much. Maybe that's better. Just exploring the sensation. Nice long breath. And when you're ready to come out of this, making sure your legs are bent, feet close to the bum. As you next inhale, lifting the hips, coming back into bridge, bending the arms, and see if you can reach that towel. Slowly remove the towel, and then gently roll the back onto the floor. Lifting the knees towards the chest, holding on to the knees for a moment, adding a little bit of rolling motion from side to side. Then bringing the hands underneath the knees. Once again, ready to roll up and down. Inhale, rolling up very slowly. Exhale, gently rolling back. And then doing that a few times, taking your own pace, following your breath. Trying to make sure your back keeps rounded so that you're really rolling on the spine. Giving the spine a little massage. Nice long breath. Next time you're up, staying up here, you can move the blocks. Stretching the legs in front of you. Feel free to tap the back of the legs on the floor. Now bringing the feet sole to sole, creating that diamond shape with the legs. You may wish to have the blocks nearby so that you can stack up the blocks on top of your feet. You might not need them. First and foremost, as you inhale, opening up the chest, rolling the shoulders up, creating space in the back. Exhale, folding forward, aiming to bring the head towards the feet, cupping the feet with the hands, and then allowing the back to round up. So that's where the blocks can come in handy if you want some support. Popping the blocks on top of your feet and then resting the forehead here. Nice long breath. No tension in the shoulders or in the neck. And maybe closing the eyes. Really connecting the mind to the back and the sensations we created in the back. The hips, the lower back, the middle of the back, the shoulder blades. Nice long breath. On the next inhale, slowly lifting the chest, removing the blocks, gently helping the knees up, releasing the legs, giving the legs a little tap. We're going to come back down onto the mat for a couple more of stretches before Shavasana. So if you need to do anything now, so that you don't have to get up again, feel free to do that now. So I'm going to put a towel down. Maybe I'm going to put my jumper on so I don't have to get up again. And then when you're ready, lowering yourself back down onto the mat, lying on the back. Bending the legs, stretching the arms on the other side of the body here like a T, palms on the floor. Inhale, lifting the knees towards the chest. Exhale, allowing the knees to fall towards the left. As you do so, the right shoulder will probably come off the floor, turning the head towards the right. See if you can push that right shoulder back down. So face is turned opposite side to where the knees are pointing. Left hand resting on top of your right leg, adding a little bit more weight, intensifying the stretch and the twist. Spending the next few breaths here. On the next inhale, slowly bringing the legs towards the center, one leg at a time, readjusting. And when you're ready, lifting the knees towards the chest, inhale. Exhale, align the knees to fall to the right. Left shoulder will pop up, that's fine. Turning the head to face the left. Right hand coming to rest onto the legs if you want. Spending the next few breaths here. Nice long breath. Using the breath to guide you through the stretch and the twist. As you next inhale, coming back to the center very slowly, very gently. Lifting the knees to the chest, holding on to the knees, pushing the knees towards the chest. Nice long breath. And on the next exhale, releasing the legs, extending the legs, and finding that really comfortable position for Shavasana. Feet dropping to the side, arms to the side, palms facing up. Feel free to explore, bringing the arms a little bit more towards the body or a little bit more out. See what that does to the shoulder blades. Are the shoulder blades a bit flatter onto the ground? Gently rolling the head from side to side, finding that neutral position for the neck. And when you're finding that position, closing the eyes, taking one big inhale through the nose, and releasing a big sigh through the mouth. Releasing any tension from anywhere in the body. Starting with the head, the forehead, the eyebrows. Releasing any tension from the face, the jaws, the chin, the neck. Releasing any tension from the shoulders, the shoulder blades, the back, the arms, the fingers. Releasing any tension from the chest, the tummy, the pelvis. Releasing any tension from the legs, the knees, the ankles, the toes. Allowing the body to feel heavier and heavier. Sinking into the mat a little bit deeper and deeper with each breath, as if becoming one with the mat, melting, feeling supported here, as if wrapped up in a cocoon, protected by Mother Earth, feeling safe. observing if any thoughts are still coming to the mind. And without any judgment, just allowing those thoughts to simply roll away, just like clouds in the sky, being pushed away by the wind, revealing the blue sky behind, revealing the sun, your inner light, your inner peace, allowing you to simply be. Gently bringing the awareness back to the breath, starting to wiggle the toes, the fingers, bringing movement back into the body, bending the legs, lifting the knees to the chest, holding on to the knees, and gently rocking from side to side. Coming to rest onto one side, head supported by the hands, knees to the chest, eyes still closed. Just taking one final moment before reconnecting with the rest of the day. When you're ready, no rush. Slowly pushing yourself back up. Back to seated position, cross-legged. Hands resting on the knees. Ready to close the class with an Om. Inhale. Bringing the hands in prayer pose to the forehead. May our thoughts be filled with kindness and compassion. Bringing the hands to the mouth. May our words be filled with kindness and compassion. Finally, bringing the hands to the heart. May our action be filled with kindness and compassion. Thank you so much for joining me today. I wish you a lovely day. Happy Diwali, and I will see you soon. Bye.